G'day and welcome back to Behind the Crime Scene. I'm your host, and if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. We dive deep into the cases that matter, bringing you analysis you won't find anywhere else.
I am concerned that you're going to act unlawfully today, so please don't. Okay? Vehicles. Oh, no, please see this.
Is this take two?
You're concerned about our country.
Dez, you're not going to run out in front of traffic today, obstruct traffic?
No,
not going to interfere with anyone?
No worries.
No worries at all.
I know.
Peaceful protesters?
Very peaceful protest. Very lawful, very well planned, as you can see even for this part of the protest, where you guys turn up, alright? We know the law, we know our rights, we also know our responsibilities, and we make sure that we abide by those, alright? So we just want everybody to do the same, especially the police that we employ. If you see the sign there that says police declared war on Australians, both us and a hell of a lot of other people now feel the same way, right?
Have you made that yourself?
No, I'm not going to answer those sort of questions. You can take that up with the ex-cop and the barrister that nominated me for that, alright? So yeah.
Happy?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
good.
Always happy. What's the information?
Good on you guys.
Have a good day, Dez.
Yeah.
Alright, have a good day, mate.
Thanks for your professionalism.
As long as there's no reports of interrupting traffic, stopping traffic, jumping in front of cars, safety.
Bit dangerous.
No way we're going over that barrier. See, dangerous. Bloody crazy.
Where's me offside?
Please just get some photos.
Hey.
Have a good day, Dez.
Yeah, I just want to say the record. I'm on the beat.
Sorry?
Very well constructed yourself, I think.
Oh, thank you.
Go out of here.
Yeah, they come up well, didn't they?
Yeah. Very well constructed. Oh, it's us.
I just thank the other officer. I'd like to thank you too for your professionalism.
Thank you.
We're not being predatory, and you're an example to other officers, and I hope that they're watching this and will, and also yourself. Thank you for your professionalism. Hope that other officers will see you as an example.
And remember, the sun,
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
hydrate.
Good on you guys. See you later. It's good, and that's how it should be. That's how policing should be. They can come down, they can check it out. Alright? We're clearly not breaking any laws, and they didn't. Alright? So for all those other cops out there, take a page out of these guys' book and just do the right thing. Don't try to criminalise innocent people. These guys didn't. These guys were great. Alright? That's all we want. We want police to obey the law in a fair and just manner that helps Australia and doesn't compromise it, as has been done in countless abominations, especially in Melbourne, with people being assaulted and unlawfully moved on from protests and a litany of other crimes committed by police.
Alright. There's a sergeant on the way.
Oh, okay. Is Mark coming?
Mark who?
Mark Byers? Okay.
What's that?
So there's a sergeant on the way.
Yes, there is.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
The woman here would prefer to speak to a sergeant who's an authorised officer.
Oh, he is? Oh, good.
She.
Oh, yeah, we really wanted to talk to you guys about, you know, I mean, this this kind of ambush doorstep confrontations that are happening nationwide. They're not good for the police, they're not good for the people, it's not working.
It's not ambushes, how are they ambushes?
Oh, just like unexpected, armed confrontations.
We're just having a chat and asking you to comply.
Well, that's what we want to do is we want to sit down and discuss the real root cause of the problem and see what points we can agree on and where the points of disagreement are and how to resolve those. That'd be the most intelligent adult way of resolving a
You've
situation.
got to understand, we're here to enforce the law.
That's right. The law is the thing in question. So just come over and say
It's not helpful to be antagonistic when we come here, is it?
No, we don't want any antagonistic, adversarial stuff, all right? So, look, none of these guys will be putting the videos out.
I don't understand why the videos are out.
Oh, well, you guys got your...
I don't have a video.
Yeah, you always do. Anyway, look, that's only for...
Regardless, it's very antagonistic when we come and have a chat to you and we're sticking cameras in our faces just to try and bait us.
No,
it's not very nice.
No, it's definitely not to debate you. So...
Bloody well is.
No, well, that's your opinion. The trouble is, all of us have had a lot of harm done to us by people who haven't actually followed the law. We don't believe they followed the law. Those police believe they have. And this is what we need to talk about. Come over in the sun. It's too cold here. Come on.
Well, I'm not going to get into any more.
No.
Confrontation.
No confrontation. So, guys, maybe we can just ease up.
We'll deal with it then, because it is what it is. Right?
What is it?
We all have to wear a mask. That's the legislation at the moment. That's the rules that we have to enforce, and that's the only reason we're talking to you.
All right. So
we don't want to make it a big shit show.
No, I don't either.
It's turning into that.
No, it's not. I'm actually trying to. I came all the way down here from Port Punker to talk to you. I wanted to make an appointment with Mark Byers.
Well,
right?
You need to do that.
Yeah, well,
Mark Byers.
It's hard. It's hard. So sorry, you're leading scene constable and. Yeah, no worries.
Can I just get your details, please, sir?
Yeah, Constable's that card.
Thank you,
Look,
sir.
guys,
Can I get your details,
look
please?
at the situation. Look at the situation Australia-wide.
Thank you.
There's police brutality, there's protests, there's mayhem. It's like a war between government and people, and I don't want any part of that. There's a much easier way to resolve it, and that's according to law. You say you're here today to uphold the law, that's good. We want you guys to uphold the law. We are actually all upholding the law. We're actually such extremely law-abiding citizens that's why we come here, right? Yeah, and I can explain that to you so that I'd love to explain it to you so you can understand that. Now, the thing is, there's obviously the root of the problem nationwide, even worldwide, is the fact that people have different interpretations of the law, or more accurately, different interpretations of the hierarchy of law. All right. Now, as you would know, the Chief Health Officer's directions override some laws. Yeah, they've said that it's overridden some laws, but not all laws. Okay, not every law in the country is overruled by the Chief Health Officer's directions, and there's very clear mechanisms that outline which laws stand, which laws have been overruled by the chosen directions, right? And as you would know, Commonwealth laws overrule state laws where there's an inconsistency. Now, do you? Sorry, yeah.
What's the problem with wearing the mask? Obviously, you don't want to wear the mask.
Okay.
That's the only reason I'm here.
Okay. So you've jumped. What you're doing is you jump into the to follow the proper due process and resolve this properly. We need to look at the law. So there's no law saying that we need to wear masks. There's a short answer to that. And what I'm trying to address is the mechanisms of law, which law is up here, which law's down there. Now all the problems that everyone's ever had with the law is because the hierarchy of law gets upended. All right, it gets mixed up. All right. Now we can easily resolve this because there's certain laws, there's certain High Court and Supreme Court rulings to put those in the right place. All right. And then we know which laws apply. Now, I'm sure you're aware, you've probably been told 1,000 times by people, Section 109 of the Commonwealth Constitution Act 1901. It says when the law of the state, like say the Public Health and Wellbeing Act, so directions, right? When the law of the state is inconsistent with the law of the Commonwealth, Commonwealth Acts, case law, Supreme Court rulings, High Court rulings, the Constitution, right? When the state law is inconsistent with those Commonwealth laws, the Commonwealth laws prevail and the state laws are void to the extent of the inconsistency only. Alright? Now, there's like 20 reasons. I could go through, I know you're not interested in papers, that's fine. There's so many reasons why these mask directions, these other directions often don't apply, right? Because people are protected by higher laws, and those higher laws overrule those other laws. And are you aware of these? Do they teach you this at the police academy?
What I'm going to do... Sorry, Zach?
Yeah, look, the directions from the Chief Health Officer at the moment are you've got to wear a mask when you're out in public or indoors. All right, whether you agree with it or not, that is what we've been told, and that's what we're going to do. If you've got an exemption, then happy days, all right?
Okay, so under Section 203 of the Public Health and Wellbeing Act, a person must abide by the directions, right? Yeah? And then, what does it say further down? Subsection 3, I think it is.
2.
2, okay. A person may refuse to comply with those directions if they have a lawful excuse.
Yep.
All right? Now, I've just tried to explain to you the foundation of at least 20 lawful excuses, right?
You gave us a hierarchy and I didn't quite understand all you're talking about. There's a lot of words.
So this is the trouble. You guys are given guns, tasers, all this gear to go out with, like, no offence, but like the intelligence of a kindergarten child without the proper training. I don't mean that offensively.
What we're going to do right now,
we're right.
We're going to walk away because we're just creating a bit of a scene for no reason.
No, I don't.
Other than the fact that you guys don't want to comply with the show.
Can I just speak to you quietly then?
No. We're going to walk away because you guys want to speak to the authorised officer, and that's what we'll do. When she comes down, we'll get details of you all, and if you don't want to wear your mask, then you can be fined as such. If you have exemptions, then you've got exemptions, all right?
Okay. I'll just finish off. I
don't want to create a big scene. Right?
I'll just finish off by saying
we've already been here
that you basically couldn't handle the truth, and you couldn't even digest the legal facts.
You don't want to do what you're supposed to do, and you don't like being told. So we're just going to walk away right now. You don't want to do what you're supposed to do, and that's uphold the law and obey the law in its correct hierarchy. So please don't give me that, okay? Now, I'm happy to speak to your sergeant over here in the sun. That was very disappointing because these people are supposed to uphold the law.
Yeah.
Not good. We're supposed to understand the law.
Yeah. Can we sit down and have a nice chat with them?
Sergeant, better luck with the sergeant.
I know.
God, what a fucking bitch.
Alright, isn't my video working? I'm glad you got yours going. That's bad.
I got everything, mate.
Yeah, probably full.
Look, all those people are not wearing masks outside. Look at them. What's wrong? What is that one thing? We read that if you're out, you only have to wear a mask if you can't social distance.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
We met last week. Bruce?
Yes.
Michael? Yes. You guys are obviously having another protest in the park, this is your right. Obviously we're out of a lockdown period this weekend, which allows you to do so as long as you're following within the rules of the Chief Health Officer instructions. So no more than 10 people in a common gathering outside, which I would certainly agree. Is this all you're gathering here?
I'm here as an individual.
What I wanted to do today, I came all the way down to Port Punker. I wanted to make an appointment with Mark Byers. But
see?
Please.
No, I'm fine. Thanks. We're just going to abide by the 1.5 metre social distancing rules too.
I don't know if these other officers explained to you what I was trying to discuss.
Are you an organiser of this event? Or?
I'm just me. What we want to do, like the situation that's happening at the moment nationwide, right? Police's reputation is down the toilet. People are getting in all kinds of trouble, being criminalised. It's a terrible situation. It's not working out well for anyone, police or people. And you know, we're all in this together. We're supposed to be like going by the actual law. Now the problem is that, you know, our side says we're trying to uphold the law. You guys are saying you're trying to uphold the law, and there's this is where the root of the problem lies. There's this discrepancy between what is the law, what is the correct hierarchy of law. And unfortunately, where there's a disagreement on that, that's where all these problems are stemming from. So all I'd like to do today, I'm not trying to preach to you. Oh, someone grab that. I'm not trying to preach to you or change your beliefs or anything like that. That's okay. We're just trying to, at least if we can work out what we agree on and what we disagree on. So then we've got some place to go from there to research things properly, whatever, to find out, so that we don't have these, you know, sort of impromptu ambush type of conflicts that are happening.
Oh, well, look, in a small community, if there's going to be a protest on, we're obviously going to pay a visit.
That's
okay,
fine.
that's a small community like Benalla. That's our role. I think we all agree that's probably our role. And make sure everyone, peaceful protest, fine. Last weekend, obviously, we had the issue. It was outside the Chief Health Officer instructions because we were during a lockdown period that had the stay-at-home provisions. This weekend, obviously, we're not in lockdown, but we do still have some Chief Health Officer instructions that are applicable. They are the wearing of the masks, no more than 10 in a large gathering outside, and abiding by the social distancing. But obviously the protest, as it stands, you have a right to protest.
Yeah, that's right. Luke Cornelius stated that clearly, you know. Protesting is not unlawful, it is a human right. I've got the video.
Last weekend, obviously, the lockdown provision and the need for safety and wellbeing overrode that. And I think we provided that legislation last week under Burial. Yeah.
Well, that was partially dealt with by Mark. There's more to that though. Now, under section 203, as you know, the person must comply. The person must not refuse or fail to comply with the direction given to the person, right? So that's what you're acting. That's what Mark said he was acting under. That's fine. But it also says a person is not guilty of an offence if the person had a reasonable excuse for refusing or failing to comply with the direction. Now, in our case, there's about 20 lawful excuses, lawful reasons why. Now, we're members of a High Court class action regarding the overkill on the lockdown. When it comes to these laws that, like Public Health and Wellbeing Act, they're subject to Commonwealth laws. Now, are you aware of Section 109 of the Commonwealth Constitution?
I'm not here to debate the legalities of it, okay? That is obviously something that you have a High Court claim in, okay?
Yeah.
We are here to act in our role as officers under the Chief Health Officer instructions, okay, to ensure the safety and wellbeing of all Victorians.
Well, Bruce here was abducted, assaulted and abducted, an unlawful arrest, right?
I'm not going to discuss Bruce's situation with anyone except Bruce, okay? But obviously the provisions to contest that are in a court, not here today.
Yes, now, that's an interesting point. That is the correct forum to discuss these things. That's why we're involved in a High Court class action.
Okay, so that's obviously all underway already.
So we'd ask you not to get implicate yourselves in that High Court class action. Now, there's another side look at it too. You guys have to administer the law in a lawful way, according to the Victoria Police self-test. You're aware of that one? Scrutiny, ethics, lawfulness and fairness.
I'm not going to sit here and discuss through all this. Okay, we're here today.
So
you have a right to protest. Our obligation for the wider community is to make sure that's done in a safe way and abiding by the Chief Health Officer instructions, okay?
Abiding by the greater legislative framework that governs the matter, not just the Chief Health Officer's direction.
We are going to be asking your contingents here in relation to some name and address details, in relation to the face mask covering, and who's here. As an individual, if they wish to claim an exemption, that'll be up to the individual, okay?
So, nobody has committed an offence here today. All right. So under Section 456AA of the Crimes Act, sure you can ask for name and addresses, but they don't have to be given to you.
We are investigating the case covering, the breaching of the case covering restrictions.
Oh, investigating. Gee, funny how the Supreme Court had something to say about that. Now look, I don't want you to get adversarial, do this competitive thing where you say, oh, we're going to do this or threaten to arrest you, and we come out with laws which you ignore. This is what I'm trying to, this is what I came to, this whole process is not working. There is a better way, right? There is a much better way to deal with matters of law, and if you'd like to sit down, we'd love to know what we agree on.
Down here today, okay? As you can appreciate, we also have other wider obligations to our community today also, okay, in response.
Okay.
So these are things that could have been done in the lead up to your organised protest today to meet with station management, etc. I'm here to deal with the now. Obviously the protest is abiding by, you're working within the Chief Health Officer instructions. You've no more than 10 of you. It's a peaceful protest in the park. Am I correct? That's what it's appearing to me as that.
So are you exercising power under the COVID emergency directions?
I'm speaking to you under the Public Health and Wellbeing Act. Okay.
So you're an authorised officer under that?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Could I see your ID signed by the Secretary?
No, I do not have to show you my ID as signed by that at the moment, okay?
All right. Okay.
I'm speaking to you in relation to the mask coverings. I am not going to get involved in a constant argument here, okay?
Section 166 of the Public... Show this, Bruce. Yep. Section 166 of the Public Health and Wellbeing Act. An authorised officer must produce their identity card for inspection before exercising a power under this Act or the regulations. Alright, the identity card must be signed by the Secretary and contain a photo. Do you have that ID or do you not?
I am not being interrogated by you here
no,
today,
you're
okay?
interrogating us, I'm afraid. So you're the one. So I'm just trying to uphold the law, right? Because you people are constantly breaking the law. Now can you please just abide by the law? We are law-abiding citizens. We are trying to do things lawfully, and we just require that you also do things lawfully, especially as police officers who are paid to do that. Is that too much to ask?
We are going to be speaking to your membership here today as individuals, whether they wish to provide their name and address details.
You can ask anyone anything you like. Okay. They don't have to provide it because you haven't fulfilled Section 456AA of the Crimes Act.
That I am acting under that obligation.
Are you acting under Section 456AA of the Crimes Act?
Not entering into an argument.
I'm trying to discuss these matters, and she says I'm not entering into an argument. This is so, you know, because I know the law and because I try to uphold the law and protect myself, and I try to find out what's going on. They try to demonise me, right? Oh, I'm being argumentative and all of this rubbish. This is not. There's people in breach of the Victoria Police self-test and a whole bunch of laws. Now, right here. Excuse me, Sergeant.
Sorry, I'm not speaking to you.
I'm speaking to you. What's your reason for breaching the Public Health and Wellbeing Act today?
I am not getting into any form of interrogation and argument with you.
Interrogation.
Today. We have come down here to liaise with you as a peaceful protest in the community atmosphere, okay? I wish you to turn that off, please.
Dragging people off in chains is not the way to do that either, is it? So
I do not consent to you releasing my details on your social media.
Yeah, well, have a look at the Surveillance Devices Act. It's got nothing to do with what you would like or not, I'm afraid. So again, it's all about the law, isn't it? We need to deal with law here, guys. This is the problem. I'm trying to explain. This is the whole problem that the whole country's having, is that you're not abiding by the law. Can you please obey the law? I just get ignored. Look at this.
Yeah, I know. Dezi, can you just give me a quick rundown on the laws relating to us filming police and disseminating that footage online?
It's in the Surveillance Devices Act. Just look it up. I think it's Section 7 off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Might be other sections too. But a public place, we can film.
Yeah.
Right? And it's our video. We've got copyright. We can do what we like with it. All right? There's certain limitations to that.
Yeah.
Like if someone's filming chicks on the beach in their bikinis or some crap.
Yeah.
But we've got every right. So anyway, the bigger issue here is that these people, look, These two walked away, didn't want to talk, then they went and got this other one, the sergeant. They came back. Now she doesn't want to talk. Look at her. She's on the phone. They're sticking around. They're not happy until they can try and tag us with something. They could just go back to the station and leave us alone. Look at this. Film this. Look, we're not hurting anyone. Right? We're just sitting in the park. And we've got all these cops. Now she's calling back up on the phone or legal advice or whatever. Why? There's criminals out there to catch. Huh? And right now, she's in breach of Section 166 of the Public Health and Wellbeing Act, refusing point blank to show her authorised officer ID. Yep. So she's currently impersonating a authorised officer under the Public Health and Wellbeing Act.
Yep.
All right.
And she did clearly state that she was an authorised officer pursuant to the Public Health and Wellbeing Act.
Yep. And she's exercising the powers in a number of ways by the things that she's said.
Yeah, that's a second offence, I believe.
Now, guys, when it comes to giving your name and address, all right, now, there's a process that has to be followed, a lawful process, all right? First of all, it comes under Section 456AA of the Crimes Act, all right? A police officer may request a person to state his or her name and address if they believe on reasonable grounds that the person has committed or is about to commit an offence. All right. So, if they want to believe that we're committing an offence by not wearing a mask, for example, right, that might be grounds for that.
Now, excuse me. So, say for argument's sake, if I'm wearing a mask and I'm associated here, so I don't have to provide my name? No. Because I'm doing this?
Well, so let me continue, I'll answer that. Right, a police officer who makes this request, must inform the person of the grounds for his or her belief in sufficient detail to allow the person to understand. Right? So it must be in sufficient detail, and it must allow us to understand what this alleged offence is. Now, we've clearly stated that we have a lawful excuse under Section 203 of the Public Health and Wellbeing Act, a lawful excuse to not comply. All right? So, now, a person who is requested by a police officer to, under that section, to state his or her name and address, right, may request the officer to state orally or in writing, and I always do it in writing, his or her name, rank and place of duty. So before we give any name, there must be a request for the name, there must be a offence that we've supposedly committed, right, and a reasonable belief, right, they must have reasonable grounds for the belief, and explain it to us in sufficient detail so that we can understand it, right, and then provide their name and address in writing, and then we have to give our name and address only. Not date of birth, like happened to Bruce last week, not anything else, right? And we're not required to answer any questions. Essentially ask me questions, you're protesting today and all that stuff. Well, the trouble is with answering questions, we all know that line off the American TV shows, anything you say can and will be used against you. Why would you want to give these vexatious people weapons against us and over here conspiring to try and make trouble? So why don't they go back to the station? Why are they hanging around? There's only obvious reason they'd be hanging around. They're trying to digest what I said and trying to think of some way to do a power trip on us or to criminalise us or to fine us or whatever to demonise us, right? And maybe they want to put that in the newspaper too, right? This is what they do. This is why they're predators. And look up the definition of criminal and predator in the legal dictionary, right? Predatory behaviour, and look up the definition of criminal. Someone who breaks the law, especially breaks the law consistently. Now, I can tell you in the last 3 years what I've been through, all police have consistently broken the law. And I'm sick of it. And that's why I find out I do my duty as a good law-abiding citizen to find out what the law is, because ignorance is no excuse for breaking the law. So we have a responsibility and a duty to not only learn the law and abide by it, but uphold it, making sure that other people, especially those that we employ, are obeying and upholding the law, because the law is here to protect us. No one is above the law.
Dezi, can I just ask you a question?
Sure.
One of the officers over there said we have to wear face masks. Now, we all know that that's bullshit, right? But she demanded to see it. Now, according to their doctrine, that is unlawful. We do not have to show it, even under their doctrine.
She asked us to see what?
Medical certificate.
She asked you?
Yeah, she demanded to see it, otherwise she wasn't going to leave us alone. Now, she has broken the fucking law.
Well, you should know that. That's old news. Right.
Yeah, 2-year-old knows that.
You should have that in here. Well, she's in breach of the Chief Health Officer's directions. Again, constantly, these people, not only are they in breach of all the other laws and the Commonwealth laws that apply and whatnot, but even the Chief Health Officer's directions they're in breach of. It's bewildering. And I try to sit down and I try to discuss the points of law with them, right? But they don't want to look. She's on the phone discussing the points of law with maybe their legal services division in Melbourne, I'm guessing. I don't know. Why don't you just discuss it with us? I've been friendly. I've told her to come all the way down here to try and resolve the matter. I'm getting real dark looks from this young chick, this schoolgirl. It's bewildering. So, you know, this is what we're up against, Australia. I've done my best to, you heard the spiel, to try and discuss the matters in an intelligent, adult, lawful way to try and resolve the root of the problem. But no, they're not interested. And she walks away, I don't want to talk to you. The other one said that earlier. This is what we're up against. And when it goes to court, the courts just do the same. They just listen to everything you got to say. Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. And then they just rule against you because they're in collusion, the cops, with the courts.
Should we try to finalise this thing with them, or
yeah, well,
will we go over and try and finalise it so we can get on with what we're doing, or do you think that's advisable? Or
yeah, well, I'll ask them one more time if they'd like to. If we could have a nice discussion.
Could you maybe clarify that situation with a face mask medical certificate?
Yeah. So I just want to ask again, like we're being polite. We're
so
all the way down here.
Like
Sorry.
So are we. I would like to.
Yeah, you are.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'd just like to discuss the matters that are causing all these problems. And
but I'm not going through all the legislation and the matters of problems of the world right now, okay? I think we can suggest
I'm not
that's a rather
doing
extensive list.
Can I just, all I want to do is find out what your model of the legislative framework is regarding these issues.
We act on behalf of the Chief Health Officer instructions. Chief Health Officer, we're representatives under that, as all members of Victoria Police are.
I get that part. So are you also operating under the laws of Australia?
We operate under the state.
The state?
Okay, we're operating under the current Public Wellbeing Act, okay?
Yeah, I get that.
We are here to investigate the fact that there's obviously you're working in the groups of 10, we're happy with that. We have an obligation to ensure everyone's abiding by the restrictions as set at the moment by the Chief Health Officer. They are the wearing of masks. Okay, we do have the power to ask those persons here as individuals for their name and address.
Thank you.
As we investigate that breach.
So do you recognise Commonwealth laws?
I am saying now, this is what we're doing. We're about to ask your contingent here, as individuals, for their name and address details, as we investigate the breaches against the wearing of the mask instruction, okay?
Okay, so what you do, as a police officer...
I'm not being interrogated, I'm telling you what is happening, okay?
I need to know, I'm not interrogating you. When I ask a question, I'm not interrogating. Please, I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from, right?
I am telling you that you are trying to be argumentative,
No.
and I'm not going to entertain into
See,
it, okay?
when she doesn't want to answer a question, she calls me argumentative.
You're not listening.
All right?
We are
No, I'm
here to
listening.
investigate the breaches
I heard
of the
that,
masks.
and I thank you for
We will
explaining
be
that.
asking for names
Yeah,
and address
thank
details
you.
from individuals. We will be going
Yes.
about that now, okay?
I've heard you.
And it's up to your individuals. Bruce, I
you.
have yours from last week. Okay, your name and address. You're satisfied with that? You are not wearing a mask today. Okay, as per the Chief Health Officer instructions.
I don't consent.
Is there a reason why you are not wearing a mask?
Aside from the fact that I'm not stupid, I have an exemption.
Okay.
And one of your officers asked to see that exemption, which is in direct violation of your laws, the laws you're acting under. Are you aware of that? Can you remember the actual law, Dezi, on that one?
Are you saying you don't wish to show us your exemption?
I'm saying your laws say I don't have to.
No, we can ask and you don't have to. So you understand that?
That's right, and that's
okay.
but
You
she.
can ask if you're an authorised officer and you've shown your ID. What's your reason for breaching
I am
the
telling
public
you
health?
now, that is in relation to a different part of the Act. All members of Victoria Police can ask these questions here today, okay? If you do not provide your name and address details, we then go to, excuse me, if you do not provide your name and address details, we then act under...
You've got my details.
I do have yours, Bruce, yes I do.
So in relation,
I do not have this gentleman,
in
who is
relation,
also not
in
wearing a
relation
mask.
to 45688, first of all, you're exercising a power under the Public Health and Wellbeing Act, and you're impersonating an authorised officer.
Do you have some ID on you?
Oh my God!
I'm speaking to you in relation to not
Okay,
wearing a mask
yeah.
here today.
All right. For the court record, for the Supreme and High Court Justice listening to this video, I will once again ask the officer here to provide under Section 166 of the Public Health and Wellbeing Act to provide her identity card. Are
you going to provide your name and address details for me, sir?
Yep, in due course. Right? There's a due process to follow, a due lawful process to follow. I'm attempting to follow that due process, and right now you're you're in breach of Section 166 of the Public Health and Wellbeing Act, and
do you understand that to not provide your name and address details when I'm speaking to you about?
See how you're trying to railroad the process to the end?
But I can arrest you.
I'm quite happy to provide my name and address, and I've got every intention of doing so once you have followed the correct legal process that you are required to follow under law. Now, right now, you are in breach of Section 166 of the Public Health...
I am following legal process. I'm acting on behalf of the Chief Health Officer as a member of Victoria Police.
Okay, so, are you an authorised officer?
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. Okay.
But that is not in relation to
you must produce your identity card before exercising a power. You're exercising a power, right, by questioning about masks.
Are you going to provide your name and address details?
This is what they do. This is the trick. Okay, I am going to provide my name and address details.
May you please say your full name?
In due process.
Do you understand to not provide your name and address details?
I do understand.
To commit an offence and
I do understand
until we establish your identification.
I do understand Section 456AA of the Crimes Act. In fact, I've got it right here.
Are you going? I will ask you again. Are you going to state your name and address?
Okay. You're being very adversarial. You're trying to break the law, and you are trying.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir,
right?
you're under arrest. 456.
You are under arrest.
I didn't think he was going to do that.
We're here to peacefully protest. There's only some ways you can have something to say about a law that you feel is not right.
I'm going to get fined.
Yeah.
She already had me named, but she just said you're getting arrested, fined anyway.
So, unbelievable. Unlawful arrest.
These young dickheads getting involved, wanting to tackle him.
Good luck.
Young kids.
Yeah. Fucking brainwashed dickheads.
Yeah, yelled out to the cops, do you want us to tackle him? He must have done something wrong if the cops are following him.
Did they go after him?
Well, they've gone with their dogs, so I wouldn't be surprised.